Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am doing something I guess a little bit different. I have been talking about updating my palette collection because my palette collection video, because when I did that one last time, I feel like I've kind of gained some new things, given some things away, and it's kind of changed a little bit. So recently I was watching Betty Jean, her channel is Beautbean, and she has been like ranking all of her different things, and I thought it would be kind of fun to do a palette collection video, but also do it in a way where I'm ranking all of my palettes. So I hope I'm not forgetting any. On my list I have 35, and I'm going to kind of just zip through them. I will say there's not too many that I don't really like. It's just the fact of what I reach for more, what really goes more with my style now, and just things like that. So I'm going to do it in sets of 5. I have them all laid out here, and I'm going to get started. And I'm going to start with number 35 and work my way up to number 1. So my bottom 5, well, I would say actually my bottom 3 at least, I really never use. So the first one is this Too Faced palette. This is the I Believe in Pink. I don't think that I have ever used this palette. I don't know how the formula is. I have swatched it, and that's about it. I've thought about getting rid of this one, and I just haven't done that yet. So there we go. Now where am I going to put ones that I've already done? Because all my space is full. And next, I mean, this isn't just an eyeshadow palette, but this is the It Cosmetics beauty book from 2018, and it does have this whole eyeshadow section in it. And I have used it a couple of times, and really, I don't really have any issue with it. I think the eyeshadows work fine. I mean, hello, does that match my eyes? It's not really like what I tend to reach for, but I do use this book for a lot of other things. So I don't know, I want to keep it because there are a couple colors that I like, but like I said, I never use it. So that's why that is number 34. Number 33, I don't know why I haven't gotten rid of this one yet. I haven't. This is the Impressed You palette by Beauty Glazed, and it is a knockoff of the Jaclyn Hill palette. And I don't know, the shimmers are not too bad in this palette. I really haven't used it too much. I actually bought it when I like first started wanting to try out color a little bit, and then never really used it. I don't reach for it because I have things that I like a lot better. And yeah, 32 is just this little Wet n Wild quad. This is a little purple one. I don't know, does it have a name? I feel like I go through this every time. It could just be 344B. But anyway, it's just purples, and they're pretty. I like the formula. Again, just something I don't really reach for that often. Okay, number 31 is this Studio Makeup. This is the Warm Up palette, and this is what it looks like inside. Obviously, very neutral, warm, neutral colors. I do actually want to give this a shot. I haven't really used it. I have swatched some of the colors. That's the thing, is a lot of these palettes I've swatched lately because I'm trying to dupe a lot of new palettes coming out, so I've kind of been feeling them out a little bit, and I do want to give this some use, but I have never really used any of the eyeshadows in here, so that's why that is my number 31. Next, for number 30 is my Profusion Shimmers palette. So this one has seen better days. I got this at TJ Maxx, or no, Marshall's for $3.99. Great deal. I think the colors are really pretty. 2 of them did break and fall out, so there's that. But once again, I forget that I have it, and I don't reach for it. But there are some nice colors in here, and I do want to try to remember to reach for this when I'm looking for some of these specific colors. Okay, number 29 is this Pretty Vulgar Nightingale palette, and I actually do have in the past, I guess I'll say, because I don't really use this at all, but I like the formula, and since I've been checking out all my palettes, I do actually want to start incorporating this in with my other ones. But the reason I put it so low is because I know that I won't use it very often because it is a lot of neutrals, but there are like some grays and like cooler tone shades in here that I want to start using. And I remember I used this most when I did my zombie look last year around Halloween time, but I really haven't reached for it since then. So That's the only reason it's so low on this list. I don't think it's a bad palette, but. And then I have this Pure Midnight Masquerade palette, and same type of thing. I have used a couple of these blushes, but I haven't really used the eyeshadows in this palette just because I kind of forget about it, but there are some pretty unique colors in here, and I do actually want to try to reach for this one too. Again, it's so low because I don't use it. I do not really dislike many of the palettes that I have because I have gotten rid of so many that I know for a fact I will not use or that I don't like. So just so you guys know, I'm not saying any of these are bad quality. This one, I have swatched some of the colors, but I haven't actually used it, so that's why it's so low. Next is my Revolution Dark Green palette, and I got this in the sale section at Ulta, the clearance section. And there's a palette. I mean, it does have some nice like dark, like it has a very grungy like dark feel to it. And again, this is one that I always forget that I have, but that I do want to start using a little bit more. There's some like a cool tone brown. The shimmers look really pretty, and I've only used this a couple times, so I don't have that much of an opinion on this, but I'm gonna keep it, obviously. For number 26, I've got my Rimmel Magnifies Jewel Rocks edition, and the main reason that this is so low on the list is because I haven't used it that much. And if you watched my last palette collection video months ago, I did not have this palette in hand at that time because it was missing, and it was missing for so long, and one of my kids must have taken it out of my like beauty room in here because I found it like shoved down in the couch cushion like, I don't know, not that long ago, and I haven't really used it except for maybe one color here or there since I found it. So this one needs some more love, and maybe it will end up moving up in my list. Who knows? Next is number 25, and that is going to be my Morphe 35F palette. This is the Fall into Frost. It is dirty as hell for me, barely ever using this thing. My son got into one shade here. So basically the top 4 rows are all shimmers, and then there's mattes on the bottom. And I got this, my husband bought it for me, came into Ulta with me. It was like very exciting for me to buy my first Morphe palette, and I was not using color like really at all when I bought this. And when I started getting more into color, I kind of just set it aside and didn't really open it because I knew in my head that like it wasn't a colorful palette. But since I have been swatching so many of my shadows lately, I actually really enjoy some of the shimmer eyeshadows in here, and I am going to start using this more. But like I said, I just really haven't used it much, which is why this one landed in, what number was this? 25. And 24, I've got this Revolution Fierce as Fire palette. Again, one that I completely forget about. I got this actually as a free gift from Ulta because I think it was when I bought the Revolution concealer when I wanted to try that out. It was a while ago, and I just got this as a free gift, and again, have not used it that much. I know it looks like swatched and stuff because, like I said, been doing a lot of swatching, but I don't have anything against this. I want to start using it more. I like to use these types of colors. Sometimes the warm colors really bring out my eyes, even though you guys know I tend to use cool tone eyeshadows, but that's okay. And yeah, I don't know. I haven't really used it enough. I don't know. I need to do a few looks, like just using this palette, really trying out all the formulas and everything to see what I think. And also these are like cheek shades, and then the center is eyes, and I haven't really used, maybe I tried this one as a highlighter. I can't remember, but I don't know. Let me know if you're interested in seeing this, if you got this as your free gift or whatever too, if you have this palette. If not, I'll probably just do it in my own time if no one really cares. Next, I have this little palette that my friend Carmelita James, who is on YouTube as well. You guys have seen me collab with her and do live with her and stuff. She actually got this for me because she saw it at the store and thought of me. And this is in number 23 only because I always forget about it. It's so little and it's always hiding that I honestly never use it. But like these colors here just look so gorgeous, and I do definitely want to use this more. But yeah, it's only there because I never have really played around with it too much. And then I've got number 22 is this Suva Beauty. I should have been telling you so far all these palettes that came from Lacey, because there's been, let's see, I guess 3 so far out of everything I showed you has come from Lacey. This one was also from Lacey. This is the Suva Beauty Protege. Is that what the palette is called? I don't know. Again, just have not shown it enough love, haven't tried it out enough to know how I really feel, but I do know that this shimmer right here is so pretty, and I really, really like that. When I was swatching colors, this one swatched like crap, to be honest with you, but I haven't actually used it on my eyes, so I don't want to judge it by the swatch, obviously. And yeah, I actually think that I do want to play around with these a little more, and I always forget, like, I want to try this as a highlighter, so yeah, I don't know. No reason, I need to use it more. All right, and then we're moving to number 21. This is the Smashbox Ablaze palette, and guess who gave me this one? It was Lacey, and she gave me this a long time ago, before I started doing a lot of makeup on my channel, but she did give this to me, and I don't have any problems with it. Again, it's just a thing that I never reached for, and I have that problem with everything. Probably below my top 15 is just stuff that I don't use as much as the stuff that I really, really love and use. So that's why this was number 21. And moving on to number 20, another palette Lacey gave me. You guys, I swear, she's awesome. Okay, so this is like my number 31, this is a studio makeup palette as well, but this is the Cool Down palette. The other one was the Warm Up palette, so can you guess why I like this one a little bit more? I have actually used this one a little bit. I like how cool toned, and I don't know, I like the color story of this palette. Even though it's not that colorful, I like to use certain shades from here to mix in with other eye looks. I haven't really done a look only with this palette, and I don't know why I haven't actually used this, because I've been looking for a gray and I have one. That's why I like videos like this. So yeah, that is my number 20, and I do, from what I have used so far, I do like this palette. Number 19 is my Profusion Chocolates palette, and I have, I think, 4 of these type of Profusion palettes, and the reason this is my least favorite one, just because it is the most neutral one that I have, and although I do like some of, you know, the colors down here, and this is a pretty unique color, but I kind of have some of this stuff in other things, and that's why I really just don't reach for this one. But I do really like the formula of these Profusion palettes, and when they're not on sale or anything, they're like 10 bucks a piece. So number 18 is my Ulta Beauty Avengers palette, and there's what that one looks like. And when I did my first impression with this palette, that video got like 150 more views than my other videos typically get, and I think that is because like I was finally able to review something new that really not many other people were reviewing, so that was pretty exciting. And I don't know if it's for sale anymore or not, but yeah, I do like the different colors. I really, really like this Hero Vibes color. It's like an orangey red with like gold reflex. I don't know, it's really pretty. But yeah, I did have a hard time with a few shades in this, but overall I like the colors in here, and that's that. Next, I have my XNO Cosmetics palette. This is also one of the first colorful palettes that I bought, and this, it says 35E on the back. I know this is like unicorn something, or like, I don't know. I can't remember what the palette's called on the website. I think it was around maybe $20, and it is a indie brand, very small. Here's the thing. So I don't know like what stuff I'm supposed to talk about with you guys, but I was actually offered by the brand to become an affiliate with them and give an affiliate code, except I feel like there's too many finicky eyeshadows in this palette, and I haven't tried anything else to where I didn't want to recommend that and recommend you using my code, and then you guys get like mad at me, because I don't know, this is the only thing I've tried. And as you can see, like a lot of these matte shades have got like the hard, like, I don't know, it's gotten hard on top, but I do really enjoy a lot of the shimmers, and some of the mattes are pretty good. And I reach for this sometimes when I need to add like some of these extra colors on a lid or something like that. But I would like to try more things from them and then go from there and decide about like doing a code and all of that. And plus, like, I don't want to earn money from that if you guys buy it and then hate it. Like, I would just feel terrible. So I need to play around with that one more because I really, really loved it when I first got it. It was last year and I was like, oh my gosh, yay, I'm so excited about this. And I feel like I found many things that I kind of like better, or maybe I think I just like them better and I need to just try this out a little bit more. So maybe I will do a few more videos with X and O. Maybe I'll do like a 3 looks with that palette and just really get a feel for it and then go from there. And then, you guys, I'm probably going to get yelled at for this one, but number 16 is my Laura Lee Party Animal palette, which also came from Lacey. And okay, I did a first impression, used every color in here, and really, it wasn't that bad. I don't know. I have used worse, and yet I really haven't used it since then because I can't do a full look with this, and like I have reached for a couple colors here and there, but I want to use this a little bit more. But just off of the video I did with my first impression and the couple times I've reached for it since then, I haven't had that hard of a time with it. So I watch people's videos all the times where they're like, I threw that palette away immediately, and I'm like, I have way more palettes I would choose to throw away before this one, I think. I don't know, but I guess I need to use it more and really decide. But now we are moving into my top 15. I've got my BH Cosmetics Marvicorn palette. It's by Marvic Magnificent, who is an influencer, and look how freaking cute that is. And the thing is I really like BH Cosmetics formula, and I only have 2 palettes from them, and this one I really just don't reach for as much, except for grabbing one shimmer here or there, but I do want to use it more, and it's made it into my top 15 because there are unique colors that I really like to use, and also because I want to remind myself to use it more. Okay, and then number 14 is my NYX Ultimate Brights palette. So this is like the first colorful palette that I got, and if you go back to when I started using a lot more color on my channel, and which was shortly after I actually started doing makeup on my channel, I have tons of videos using this palette. I don't think it's as good of quality as some of the palettes that I have, but I do still like it, and I do still reach for it sometimes, and I don't know, it kind of has a special place in my heart. Okay, so this next one is another one that Lacey gave me. This is the Pure palette that they did with BoxyCharm, or I don't know if they've done more, but this is one of them, and I really like the color story in this palette, and I have reached for it, especially for like these colors up here, a few times, and also these ones. I don't know, I just like it. I like the color story, and I haven't had a hard time using it, and I don't know, I just like it more than, you know, all the other ones I just showed you. Then I have this NYX Advanced Pop palette that I got at, I think it was TJ Maxx for, I want to say like $6 or $7, and I honestly can't remember if I've done a video with this or not, but I have used it. The only thing with this one is a lot of these colors I basically just use as mattes, even though like they should look like they should be shimmers, but then like they're more like satiny, and I don't know, but I do really like the formula, and I like the color selection that is in this palette, and mostly I just pair it with other things. A lot of times when I'm not doing a video, or I'm not doing a video about like a specific palette or something, when I'm doing my own makeup, I am reaching for 5 palettes to create one eyeshadow look, because I just like to be able to incorporate a bunch of stuff, and I like to pull in from this palette. Number 11, this one came from Lacey too. This is a little Violet Voss HG fun-sized palette, and yeah, that's basically that. I mean, I like the colors in here. I love the formula. I love pulling in these shimmers when I'm doing more warm toned looks, and there's, you know, a nice orange, and I don't know, I like it. I don't really do too many looks that are only this palette, but I have, and yeah, I don't have any complaints about it, and that's why it's a little bit higher up. And now we'll jump into my top 10. So number 10 I've got another Profusion palette. This is the CNS palette, but I really do enjoy this palette. I really like the formula. It just works so well, and even though it doesn't seem like it's that colorful of a palette, there are so many fun, unique shades that the camera is probably not picking up on. This one's really fun. There's a bunch of yellows, oranges, pinks, reds, you know, so yes, I do really enjoy this palette. Okay, and then this one you just saw me do a video on recently. This is the Lime Crime Pocket Candy palette, and it's just a palette full of shimmer eyeshadows that I will always have to use with other things probably, but it surprised me. I like it a lot more than I thought I would, and I especially like this really like duochrome blue, pink, purple shade, and that looks really bright on the inner corner, and I don't know. I like the formula, and I think it's really good. And number 8 is another Profusion palette. This is the Pro Pigment palette, and I mean, again, like the Profusion formula. I like how unique some of their shimmer eyeshadows are. Nebula is so cool. I used that one in my collab with Annette when I had to do like a space thing. So yeah, this is more like a pinky purpley, but then there's also these really nice like peachy shimmers and like a really like almost yellow gold. So I don't know, again, Profusion, love the formula, love the price point, love it. So really from here on, like it was kind of hard for me to choose because I like the rest of these palettes for kind of different reasons. I don't know. I'm kind of surprised where I actually ended up placing the rest of these palettes, but I don't want to second guess myself, so I'm just going to go ahead. All right, so next is my Subculture palette at number 7. This one, obviously, I guess you love it or you hate it. This is the only ABH palette that I have, and I just love this color story. There's so much that you can do with it, and I don't know. I really like it, okay? Coming in at number 6, I think this is my last Profusion palette, okay, is the Wanderlust palette. I mean, what am I going to say? It's beautiful. Love the colors in here, and I just really like it. So, here comes my top 5. Number 5, James Charles. So, I think you all know what this one looks like, but the reason this isn't higher up is because it's a little bit overwhelming, okay? I have a hard time sitting down and just creating one look with this palette, which I talked about in my Jeffree Star and James Charles just makeup no drama video. I don't know, there's not as many colored shimmers as I would want in here. There is a great variety of mattes. I reach for this for a matte shade here and there all the time, but I don't know. I like the formula. I've never really had any issues with it. I reach for it a lot, but just for one shade here and there, if that makes sense. So that's why that's number 5. Number 4 kind of surprised me, okay, because this palette is not very colorful and not like what you see on my face a lot, but this is the BH Cosmetics Royal Affairs palette, and I want to use this all the time. I just love all the cool tone, like grungy. I just love the color story of this palette, and it inspires me so much, and I just want to use it all the time. Every time I use it, I love the way that my eye look comes out, and I think the formula is awesome, and I want to use it more and more and more. I need to. But this shade right here, oh my god, one of my favorite inner corner shades for any look that I'm doing. I use that one all the time, and I'm dreading the day that I run out of it. Number 3 is my ColourPop Chasing Rainbows palette, and I really, really like the colors in here. I never really do a full look with this palette, but I like to pull some of these colors in. Like I said, I don't really use just one palette to do my makeup ever, unless I am just talking about one palette in a video. But some of these shimmer shades are just so unique. I love using this yellow, this white, both of these are really nice, even that one, I don't know. And I love, you know, some of these mattes are really good. So this is the only thing I have from ColourPop, and probably there are so many other palettes from them that I want that would rank higher than this if I had them, but this is the only one. Love the formula. That was number 3. Okay, number 2 and number 1 are hard for me because I love them both so much, but I ended up putting my Zulu palette at number 2. This is the Juvia's Place, obviously, Zulu, and it looks like this, and it's just gorgeous, and I love it so much. You can't even tell that I've really used it that much, but I do pop into this palette a lot for mostly like these 4 mattes and all 3 of these shimmers. The shimmers are amazing. I have the green one on my eyes right now and also this one. And that's all I use from this palette on my eyes. The rest of it came from number 1. But I love this. I love it so much. And then coming in at number 1, this is a brand new palette for me. I don't know if you've seen my my first impression video of this yet. I don't know what will be up first, but this is my Bright Lights palette by Pinky Rose. And if you saw my video with Lacey, if you watched all the way to the end, I want to cry because she is the sweetest, but she, at the end of that video, talked about how she knows that I'm going through a rough time and she wanted to try out the brand herself, so she got us each one of these Pinky Rose palettes, and this is the one that she got for me. And I mean, are these colors just not amazing? I don't know. I mean, this might be my number 1 right now just because it's brand new and I have been loving it, but I have this color, what did I use? This color and this color basically on my eyes today, and I mean, love it, love it, love it. I did end up adding a bunch of other things, so kind of, especially this color looks a little bit different on my eyes right now because I did add some other stuff, but I don't have any complaints about this palette. I love this light blue shimmer. I don't really know how to use pressed glitters yet. I'm still learning and working on that, but between the 2 of these, I mean, I'm in heaven. And this has been a brand that I have wanted to try, and I just thank you, Lacey, so much. Oh, I'm so happy I have this. There is not a single color in here that I will not use, and this is going to be used a lot. This is going to get a ton of love along with my Zulu palette, and that's why I was having a hard time deciding between the 2 of these because I just love them both. But that was my palette collection. That was how I ranked my palette. So what do you guys think about that? I know, I mean, when Betty Jean did it, she had like, I think it was 60 something palettes, but I mean, I guess it's kind of the same as her. Like, I don't really have any palettes that I will not use because what's the point of even having them and them taking up space when I'm not even going to use them in the first place? And that's really, really how I feel about this. So there will probably be a few that were towards the bottom, like bottom 5, that I will be, you know, passing on here pretty soon if I don't get some use out of them. Just because there's no point in me having them here. But let me know what you guys think. Are you surprised by where anything ranked, or did you expect anything to be higher or lower, or in the garbage already? Laura Lee. But yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to hurry up and get this done because I have been saying it for like a month now that I need to do this updated video, and I still haven't done it. So I thought it would be fun to rank them as well. Okay? As always, thank you guys so much for watching. It means so much to me, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more from me, subscribe to my channel. If you don't want to subscribe, that's fine. Just thank you for watching this video, and I will see you guys next time.